So today on the call, we've got Alissa from the aged care store. So Alissa purchased aged care store from us in 2016. So a few years ago now. Just tell us about your journey, I suppose, and what made you get into an online business and start an online business.
For me, well, I was pregnant when I first had this idea. I was pregnant with my second child. So I really wanted to find something where I could just work from home, really. I was so used to commuting to Sydney 5 days a week, and I really didn't want to do that anymore. So we looked at Clickstart, and actually at the time, there was no website on there that I actually wanted. So I think I reached out and said, hey, have you got anything else in the pipeline? Is there something else out there that you could think of? And I think within about 2 emails, you'd pretty much reached into my brain and went, what about this? I'm like, exactly what I want to do.
When you were looking around at the other options, what stood out about Clickstart versus what else is out there? I mean, I'm sure back then Shopify was around, and you know, there's lots of other different platforms you can build a website on, and other people offering courses online and all that kind of stuff. What stood out about Clickstart versus what else is out there to make that decision for you?
For me, it's about being able to relate to a business. So I think what I found with Clickstart was I could jump onto your website and like straight away I could see like there's a real person there. It's not just another online business or another online course. Like there was someone there that you could relate to. So for me, it was, yes, you're right, in that one-stop shop, everything was there for us. But the big thing for us was being able to relate with you. And that's the reason we went down there, because often you find websites that are out there and they're like, here's a website for $100. Great, what else are you going to do? And you guys had all of that training there and that hand holding there, and it was, you know, so important, you know, having someone there to help you and hold your hand along the way is just so important.
I've been watching your journey for the last few years, and I've noticed more recently you've been, you know, bringing in around $15,000 a month in revenue, which is amazing. So when you first launched your business, how quickly did you start seeing the sales come in when you initially launched versus to where you are to now? Sort of.
We saw money coming in straight away, but that's because we spent money to make money, basically. So I think from memory, we started out with an ad spend of, can't remember if it was $1,000 to $2,000, but then we just gradually built it up. So I think we went live maybe November, and November we started to see results. So, you know, we've always stayed that way.
A lot of people, before they're getting into, you know, starting an online business and they're thinking about it, they want to know what a typical day would look like when you are a few years in, you've been running a business for a while. What does your typical week or day look like at the moment?
For me, we probably spend, I would say, roughly 4 to 5 hours a day doing things, so doing transactional stuff. So I focus on our transactional stuff straight away, because that's all our order processing with our suppliers. So putting all of those through, they're super easy for me to do, super short, I can focus on them. And, you know, but then if I was looking at something of trying to build an email campaign, I try to leave those things to the days when my son's at daycare so that I don't get distracted. You know, I don't know, I hope I'm like other people where we have our kids around or something happens, and if I'm very easily distracted. So for me, I need to remain focused. So look, we probably would spend less than 4 hours if I was focused. And I do something on the business every single day. Like I don't really have a day off through the week, but in saying that, Thursday and Fridays are busy days with my son around. So we will spend the morning out and then come back, and in the afternoon I will focus on work. So, you know, I guess that's the beauty of having your own business, is that you can stop and start, and, you know, you only have to answer to yourself and your customers if their orders don't get out the door. So and I've been away on holidays before, and I'm still at least processing orders, you know, and the processing of my orders does not take that long, but it's super easy where I can just say to the kids, give me an hour, then we'll, you know, go do the next activity. And that's, you know, we've just come off the school holidays here, and, you know, I was able to entertain the kids, spend a couple of hours in the business, and then go off and do something. Yes, other things didn't get looked at as much, but the basics happened. And, you know, now I'm back to focusing on let's build the business again. So, I mean, that's the best part about this, is that for me, it was really important to be able to be around for the kids, because if I was still commuting into Sydney, I'd be leaving at 5 in the morning and getting home at 6:30 at night. And, you know, with 2 kids, like for me, that just wasn't even an option. So, you know, I started to slowly pull away from my consulting work as the business started to build up. I was able to say, all right, I don't need to do as many days now. So, you know, and then it sort of eventually the scales tipped, and now I focus more on that business than I do with anything else. So, you know, that's where I want to be, is to build this business right up to, you know, the sky's the limit.
For someone that's thinking about starting their own online business, what advice would you give to them?
Yeah, I guess from my side, it's, you know, do your research, and for me, like, I would say just do it, because, you know, it's, what have you got to lose, really? Like, I mean, for us, you know, we had to know that we have to spend that money. We have to treat this like a real business. And it is. Like, there's so many other aged care stores, not that name, but there are so many other stores out there with daily living aids. And, you know, and I guess that is the other point, is there's always room for other people. So if you think you've got an idea, run with it. Like, if you know that if other people are doing it out there, it's more than likely it's profitable. So don't be afraid that maybe someone else, you think, oh, someone's stolen my idea. Don't, like, get out and do it. Like, it will work. You've just got to put that time in and get the, you know, the dynamics right, I guess, at the end of the day. So just don't be scared about it, is what I say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Alissa, for joining us today. It was really great to hear your experience and your journey. And I appreciate your time, and look forward to seeing you just keep doing this one.
Yes, and thank you guys for all your help. Like, it's really, you know, it's given us a different view on life, to be honest. Yeah, thank you.